The Minnesota Vikings cut to 53 players has defined who will truly dictate the course of the 2025 season. In this video, you will see why certain veterans were kept and how 7 undrafted rookies earned their spots. We will show the most surprising decisions and what they reveal about Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi Adofo-Mensah's strategy. You will understand how each unit, offense, defense, and special teams, connects to form the team's identity. We will analyze the tactical implications, from quarterback protection to defensive line rotation. We will also detail which choices can shift the balance in close games. Each position carries a direct impact on collective performance, and here we will break down these points clearly. The cut to 53 names in Minnesota already shows the backbone of the team that will take the field in September. Stay with us and find out exactly which names will fight for the Super Bowl in Minnesota. In the offensive command, the quarterback room is defined with J.J. McCarthy as the undisputed starter, but the full picture only emerges when observing Carson Wentz and Max Brosmer. Wentz's arrival, experienced and accustomed to stepping in during emergency situations, provides depth and a veteran voice in the film room. At the same time, Brosmer's retention, a University of Minnesota alumnus, reveals a calculation that goes beyond local sentimentality. Brosmer showed precision in short timing and discipline in progressive reads during the preseason, allowing McCarthy to work without the pressure of carrying all the practice snaps. This interaction creates a development network. McCarthy learns to manage risks, Wentz offers situational reference, and Brosmer injects competitive energy into the technical details. The ground support has Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason as the main axis. Both represent distinct but interconnected styles. Jones, with patience and explosiveness in the outside zone, opens space for Mason, who attacks downhill with a 223-pound frame, wearing down defensive fronts. This combination allows Ty Chandler and Xavier Scott to adjust in hybrid roles. Chandler providing agility in screens, Scott adding versatility as a secondary receiver on third downs. The temporary absence of C.J. Ham, placed on injured reserve, forces adjustments, but also creates an opportunity to see how the running back committee integrates in more open sets. The cohesion here is evident. Jones forces defenses to commit laterally, Mason exploits interior gaps, and the young players benefit from the imbalances. On the perimeter, the wide receiver room reflects the need for multiple layers. Justin Jefferson remains the absolute reference, but his presence shapes the space for Jalen Nailor, who despite a recent injury was not placed on injured reserve, showing the coaching staff's confidence in his recovery. Ty Felton, a third-round pick, Tim Jones, and Miles Price make up the immediate depth. Felton brings vertical speed, stretching coverage so Jefferson can exploit underneath routes. Tim Jones, a frequent target of Brosmer in the preseason, adds chemistry with the rookie quarterback and provides reliability on intermediate routes. Miles Price, despite arriving as an UDFA, found a role by also lining up as a returner, connecting to special teams and ensuring relevance beyond the base offense. While Jordan Addison serves a 3-game suspension, this group will need to interact in a way that generates collective production, reducing exclusive dependence on Jefferson. The tight end unit retains the established duo of T.J. Hockenson and Josh Oliver, but it is the addition of Ben Urasek, a UDFA who beat out veteran competition, that deserves attention. Urasek offers flexibility, able to line up in a traditional Y or shift to H-back, expanding personnel options in 12 personnel. This choice aligns with the Vikings' deep offensive line. Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill anchor the ends, with Ryan Kelly at center, flanked by Donovan Jackson and Will Fries. The depth of backups like Blake Brandel, Michael Juergens, Walter Rouse, Justin Skule, and Joe Huber ensures multiple combinations. Huber, an undrafted rookie, connects directly to the decision to keep Urasek. Both represent a bet on immediate technical development with a high ceiling, providing flexibility to vary formations without structural loss. Turning to the defense, the first focus is the line. The departure of Harrison Phillips via trade was surprising, but it reflected the rise of Elijah Williams, a UDFA who earned a spot alongside heavy names like Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave. This interior line also includes Jalen Redmond, Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins, and Levi Drake Rodriguez, forming a rotational core that allows Brian Flores to deploy versatile packages. The connection is clear. Williams brought lateral mobility, which complements Hargrave's anchoring power and Allen's initial explosiveness. This trio creates a foundation that benefits the edges, where Jonathan Greenard, Andrew Van Ginkel, Dallas Turner, Bo Richter, and Chaz Chambliss make up a depth group. Chambliss, another UDFA, outperformed Gabe Murphy by showing disciplined contain reads and contributing on special teams. The combination of Turner, a first-round talent, with veterans like Greenard and Van Ginkel expands the pass rush repertoire, while Richter maintains consistent energy in the set. In the defensive core, Blake Cashman and Ivan Pace Jr. lead a room that also includes Eric Wilson, Kobe King, and Austin Keys. Keys, an undrafted rookie, completes the group by bringing physical energy and blitzing ability, fitting into the multiple variations Flores uses in nickel. The interaction here is evident. Pace Jr., with quick instincts in interior gaps, opens space for Keys to act as a surprise piece in exotic packages. Cashman stabilizes, ensuring consistency in reads, while Wilson and King provide coverage in base packages. This balance ensures that the linebacker group directly coordinates with the defensive line in terms of aggressiveness. In the secondary, the roster reduced to just 9 names stands out. Byron Murphy Jr., Isaiah Rodgers, and Jeff Okudah form the main cornerback trio, while Dwight McGlothern earns playing time behind them. Mekhi Blackmon's trade to Indianapolis opens room for McGlothern, a rising young player, to gain experience. Among the safeties, Harrison Smith remains the anchor, with Metellus established as the vocal and technical leader. Theo Jackson, Jay Ward, and Tavieri Thomas complete the group, offering versatility in dime packages. The interaction is direct. Smith organizes, Metellus executes in multiple alignments, and the younger players absorb situational snaps, keeping the defense multifunctional. This compactness of the unit indicates confidence in the front seven to generate consistent pressure, allowing the secondary to operate reactively. The special teams complete the unit with Will Reichard as kicker, Ryan Wright as punter, and Andrew DePaola at long snap. The decision to keep Oscar Chapman on the radar through the international practice squad demonstrates long-term vision, but the current stability favors group cohesion. Reichard provides reliable range, Wright maintains consistency in the short game, and DePaola ensures clean execution of operations, a trio that sustains balance in close games. The most striking aspect of this roster is how each decision seems to resonate across multiple areas of the team. The bet on 7 undrafted rookies is not just about giving chances to comeback stories, but signals a logic of systemic integration. Ben Urosek, for example, is not just the third tight end. His presence influences the offensive line rotation, enables reinforced protection packages, and expands red zone options. Austin Keys, even with a reduced role in defensive snaps, already projects immediate impact on special teams, where his energy and coverage reads connect to the work of Reichard and Wright in field transitions. No player exists in isolation. All find roles that reverberate beyond their position. This same concept applies to the quarterback trio. McCarthy develops faster because he works daily with Wentz's pragmatic vision and Brosmer's detail-oriented drive. The veteran, the drafted rookie, and the undrafted rookie complement each other in a room that requires stability to sustain the offensive design. The defense, in turn, feeds on versatility. Elijah Williams forced the departure of a captain like Harrison Phillips, demonstrating that the coaching staff values disruptive capability at the point of attack. This choice strengthens the external pass rush, as Turner, Greenard, and Van Ginkel find cleaner gaps when the interior collapses the pocket. The balance is not just in the sum of talents, but in how they interconnect. The painful cuts, such as Mekhi Blackmon and Sam Howell, also carry tactical significance. The front office chose to sacrifice depth in certain areas to maintain flexibility in others. This reveals a medium-term plan. Strengthen the backbone with multifunctional players capable of sustaining the season, while adjustments can still occur via the waiver wire and practice squad. The message is that the roster is not fixed, but it already embodies the identity O'Connell wants, a team with multiple formations, supported by rising young players and veterans able to guide the process. As fans get accustomed to new names and say goodbye to familiar faces, what emerges is a cohesive roster, built less by the sum of isolated stars and more by a network of complementarity. The offense is shaped around McCarthy, Jefferson, and Jones, but it thrives because there is support at every layer. The defense is anchored by Smith, Hargrave, and Greenard, but it gains momentum as Williams, Pace Jr., and Chambliss bring youthful energy. In the end, The 53-man roster is not just a list. It is the first visible version of how the Vikings intend to compete in 2025, with a roster that communicates internally in every detail and invites fans to see the season not as a collection of individuals, but as an integrated organism, ready to adapt and respond to every challenge. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.